This is page 11 in the Purple Book, Handel's Baz. This little piece was written by John Frederick Handel, a favorite author of mine. He wrote a very famous oratorio that is played at Christmas time called The Messiah. It plays for almost 3 hours. Uh, if you read the little box at the top, it tells about the harmonious blacksmith that Handel heard this tune being whistled by a blacksmith, and he went back to his house and he composed it uh, on that tune that the blacksmith was whistling. All right, there are some tricky places in. First, we see that we're starting. The timing is Giacosa. Now, we're familiar with that. Giacosa, we've seen that on a number of songs in Mazel's metronome. Quarter note is 96 to 112, so it's not as fast as the mazurka, which we just played, but it's to be played with a fairly upbeat speed, not dried. Now, there are some difficult fingering places. I'm going to the first line between the second and third measure. Right here. Now the finger numbers are not written in, so you can kind of do your own thing here. But right here at the end of the second measure, we see we're playing the A. Now we played the A in the first measure with our 5 finger. So I think you would want to play the 5 finger there. And then the next note is an F sharp. Now I've written in a 2 for myself, but you could play with the 3 finger there. But I think the 2 would work better because now the next note, the 5 finger is going to reach up to the B. So I think if you play this with the 3, that 5 finger might have a little difficult time stretching up there. But if you play with the 2 finger on the F sharp, your 5 finger, little finger, won't have any trouble. Now notice it goes 5, 1, and then you cross the 2 finger over to the C sharp. All right, and then you go back to the A with the 5 finger, back to the C sharp with the 2 finger, and then you play the B with the 1 finger, and then you play the G sharp with the 4 finger, and then you end with the 5, 1, 5 fingers on the A. It's been on the A almost the whole time, and your thumb playing C sharp. And the second line is identical to that, so there's nothing different there. Then if we go to the third line, line number 3, the fourth line is almost a repeat of the first 2 lines. But the third line is a little bit different. You ended with your 5 finger on the A, and now you're going to jump your thumb up to that same A, and then you're going to go 1, 4, and I would 1, then 3, 2, 1, 4, 1, 3, 2, 1, like that for the rest of that line. And then the last line is almost a repeat of the first 2 lines except for the final measure on the end. That's a little bit different, so be watching that. Outside of that, it's in 4/4 time. Take your time. This is a good song, I think, to practice just the right hand alone a number of times to get that fingering correct. Then to add in the left hand a little bit at a time, slowly, a measure, 2 measures at a time. Because I find for myself it's hard to remember the fingering for the right hand when I'm adding in the left hand. Maybe you won't have that trouble, but I do. So I think this is a good song to practice the right hand any number of times. Maybe the first week we'll do just the right hand and then try to add in the left.